As we just witnessed the loss of the Indian women's hockey team to Argentina in this second semi-final by 1-2, and as a result Argentina has made it to the finals and they will play Netherlands, who won their first semi-final against Great Britain by 5-1, which means that the women's hockey team now has the opportunity to play for the bronze medal match against Great Britain. And to understand what happened in the game after Gurjeet Kaur took the lead in the very first quarter and then conceding 2 goals in the second and third quarter, we have with us sports expert Anupam Gulati on field hockey. A warm welcome to you, Anupam.
Thank you, Arjun. Thank you.
And I also have my co-anchor Mahavir.
जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अर्जुन जी। जिस तरीके से भारत ने शुरुआत की थी, सिर्फ दूसरे ही मिनट में गुरजीत कौर ने एक शानदार पेनल्टी कॉर्नर के जरिए गोल बनाया और उसके बाद काफी संघर्ष भारत के फॉरवर्ड्स और मिडफील्डर्स ने किया।
However, Argentina was superior both in terms of circle penetration, overall ball possession and also getting more penalty corners. तो उसमें तजुर्बे वाली टीम है बहुत ही है। भारतीय हॉकी टीम के लिए सेमीफाइनल में प्रवेश करना, इसी में जिस हिसाब से हम सारे देखते हैं, तो हैट्स ऑफ टू द गर्ल्स, दे फॉट गैलेंटली, दे वेंट डाउन फाइटिंग एंड आई थिंक वी सल्यूट देम फॉर द परफॉर्मेंस दैट दे पुट अप, रियली टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट। हालांकि कमियां थी डिफेंस में, लेफ्ट और राइट पे अर्जेंटीना निरंतर अटैक कर रहा था, गोलकीपर सविता पे भी प्रेशर था और मिडफील्ड पोजीशन जैसे आपने कहा वो अर्जेंटीना की सुपीरियर थी।
Anupam, if you compare it to the quarter-final win against Australia, where Gurjeet Kaur had scored in the first quarter itself, and then India managed to hold on to that lead by playing defensively, they couldn't quite replicate it in this semi-final against Argentina after taking the lead with Gurjeet Kaur scoring in the first quarter but then conceding in the second and third quarter. They tried very hard in the fourth quarter, but somehow one got the impression that once again the defense not quite up to the mark.
I agree with you. It was a replica as far as the first quarter was concerned, vis-a-vis against Australia. You had Gurjeet Kaur striking very early in the quarterfinal. Same thing happened here in the second minute from the first penalty corner that India got. She converted, and it was, the second minute. It's still early days in any match. It takes time for the players to settle down. A lot of players in the first 2 or 3 minutes don't get a touch to the ball also. So this happened, and it happened, but therefore it was a wake-up call for Argentina. And they would have analyzed when they would have come to play India after watching the India-Australia game very, very minutely from all angles as to how Great Britain, who were the defending Olympic champions, was stopped and beaten by India first of all, and then what happened with Australia. Don't forget, India had, after their initial defeats in the pool stages, they had a string of 3 victories after 3 losses. So they were obviously analyzing. I'm sure Carlos Rettigre, he is a very experienced coach. He's a 3-time Olympian himself, and he's also the coach of the men's team, by the way. So that is the only instance where you have one coach who's coaching Argentina men and the women at the same time in the Olympic Games. So he's a very experienced fellow, and so they obviously did their homework. Their strong points were the conversion of penalty corners. Now they got their victory with double strike by their captain Noel, right? Noel Varian Nove. She is playing her 4th Olympic Games. She's 37 years old, right? So they've got a very experienced goalkeeper as well. Lots of their players have played together for a long, long time. Don't forget that they have been the world champions, even though the Olympic gold medal has eluded them. They're twice runners-up, silver medals, twice bronze medal winners. So here's a chance for them as they go in, and how they will challenge the Dutch, I don't know, day after tomorrow. That'll be another cup of tea, I'm sure. But I think let's give praise to the team. They deserved. Nobody expected the Indian team, Mahavir and Arjun, to reach the quarterfinals also. Semi-final तो बहुत दूर की बात थी for the women's hockey team.
But I think did we play as if we had nothing to lose?
Absolutely
were our
right.
girls really fearless? कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता है कि सेमीफाइनल में फिर आप अचानक फाइनल का सोचने लगते हैं,
जी, यही
फिर
हुआ।
अचानक नर्वस होने लगते हैं. You stop playing your natural game which brought you till here. क्या आपको लगता है?
बिल्कुल ठीक बात कह रहे हो आप, because when India were playing the quarter final against Australia, 3 times gold medal winners Australia, right? They've never got a silver, never got a bronze. ठीक है, पिछले कई ओलंपिक्स वो 5वें स्थान पे अटके, राइट? सो दे वर ऑल्सो रेयरिंग टू गो. तो जब अब क्वार्टर फाइनल हो रहा था, जब नेशनल एंथम होते हैं बिफोर द स्टार्ट, तो आई वॉज ऑब्जर्विंग द ऑस्ट्रेलियंस, दे वर केयर फ्री, थ्रिल्ड. आई थिंक अ डिग्री ऑफ ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस वॉज देयर इन माई ओपिनियन विद द ऑस्ट्रेलियंस. इंडिया हैड नथिंग टू लूज कि क्वार्टर फाइनल पहुंचे, चलो देखते हैं क्या होता है. बट it so turned out वो early penalty corner goal लग गया. Then they realized that they've got that wherewithal in the team to challenge the Australians and let's go full distance. वही हुआ, वो Australians pressure आ गया, उन पे unforced errors होते रहे उनसे, as a result of which they couldn't have slept that night after they were knocked out in the quarter final, right? अब यहाँ पे India reached the semi-final. Argentina ranked number 2, इंडिया नाउ 7. क्या होता है कि ये न्यू FIH की रैंकिंग सिस्टम हो गई है. आफ्टर एवरी मैच योर पॉइंट्स आर इंक्रीजिंग और वेर एवर यू आर, तो जो टीम जीतती है ना तो वो रिफ्लेक्ट कर देता है. एंड द वेटेज इज अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट. द ओलंपिक गेम्स एंड वर्ल्ड कप आर एट पार राइट ऑन टॉप. तो बाकी कॉन्टिनेंटल टूर्नामेंट्स एटसेट्रा इंक्लूडिंग टेस्ट मैचेस, तो उसमें अब इंडिया जब आया था टोक्यो 10वें नंबर पे था रैंकिंग में. क्वार्टर फाइनल पहुंचा, राइट, तो उसका नंबर 9 हो गया. ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हराया तो 7 पे हो गया. इट इज नेवर हैपेंड टू इंडियन वुमेन हॉकी. इंडियन मेन 3 नंबर पे पहुंच गए, विच हैज नेवर हैपेंड विद देम, राइट. तो सिमिलरली अर्जेंटीना इज रैंक नंबर 2. सो बेसिकली इट कुड हैव गॉन एनीवे. द इंडियंस had played a test series in Argentina in the month of March.
But that's with their youth
वो
team,
यूथ टीम, बी टीम,
then the
2
senior
मैच
team.
उन्होंने अपनी सीनियर टीम के साथ खेले. बट वो those are, you know, you in the test matches, Mavi, you do not really play all that seriously. That is a test tournament, testing out your various girls and the players, and then reserving your best for peaking at the Olympic Games.
Well, Anupam, our viewers would like to know what is going to be the outcome now for the gold and silver between Argentina, who defeated India by 2-1, and they will play Netherlands in the final for the gold. And then there's a bronze medal match between India and Great Britain, who were the losing semi-finalists. So, for the Indian viewers who are hoping that the women would once again pull off the miracle as they did against Australia, what is going to be the likely outcome?
Likely outcome is that India have played Great Britain in the pool matches. Great Britain beat India 4-1. So that will be weighing in their mind, I'm sure. But I would imagine if they will adopt a attitude of, you know, without a pressure situation, that if they get the bronze medal, well and good, give it your best, Philip, because don't forget Great Britain are also smitten in the fact that they were the defending champions. So they say, okay, we couldn't make it to the final. You can't make, the next best thing is to get the bronze medal, win the playoff for the 3rd place. So I think India has nothing to lose in that. Even they shouldn't think really too much on that 4-1 defeat. It's, you know, they've got into a groove in the last few matches, beating Ireland first, then beating South Africa, though it was a ding dong, so to speak, catch up cat and mouse game against South Africa. But the biggest feather in their cap was the victory against Australia. And today, even though they lost 1-2, I think they were not outplayed. They fought gallantly within whatever the available arsenal that they had.
We saw that in the approach of the rushers.
Yes.
You know?
So the arsenal, whatever they've got, they did utilize that. But the only question is Argentina were better, just a wee bit better. Otherwise, like you said about the first semi-final, you saw the Netherlands outplay Great Britain 5-1. At least it was not one-way traffic.